because what we're going to do today, this Qigong, Qi means air and energy, and Gong means work. We're going to be working with our energy, with our breath, in order to increase our blood flow, improve circulation, get our energy moving throughout our body, and that helps brain health. You'll notice in the movements I'm going to do with you today, we have a lot of turning of the neck, lifting and lowering. We have a lot of twisting of the torso, trying to strengthen and lengthen the spine. This practice is going to be a seated practice. There are so many people that don't move. Once you get confined to your chair, there's this sense of like, well, what can I do? So today, hopefully, you're going to feel empowered. If you do want to stand, absolutely, you can stand for all of the practice. And I talked to Jeremiah. We might do a standing practice later. What I want to invite you to think about today is a few things. So one, I am going to be doing longer cues for longer inhales and exhales through the nose. Ideally, you always, for the practice, want to breathe in and out the nose. If that's difficult though, just do a gentle breath in and out the nose, just nice and soft. If you have to breathe out of your mouth, of course you need to until you get your lungs stronger, which clears your sinuses, and that'll let you breathe. So that's the first thing. Do the breath that works. I am going to be showing you the ideal movement, but if for some reason your shoulders are tighter, your neck is stiffer, your spine doesn't move as flexibly, just back it up a little bit. Don't feel like you have to go 100%. It's not about getting it exact, it's about the intention. What do you intend to do? You want to move, you're getting close to the goal, so every little bit you do is beautiful. If any move causes pain, please just pause for that move. Hold your hands in your lap or over your heart center and just breathe gently while we finish that. And then next time you can come back in, maybe you'll have greater flexibility and you'll be able to do it better. There are a few hand postures I want to show you. The first is your palms open. Fingers are together, thumbs spread wide. So go ahead and try that. Good. Really press the thumbs down. So, you know, this is relaxed. And as you open, there we go. Nice. Looks good. We're working on the fascia, the tendons, the fine muscle connections between our fingers. This is great for carpal tunnel as well as preventing or treating arthritis. The next is a loose fist. So close your fingers, the thumbs are on top of the fingers, and a loose fist means you should be able to see through little holes. So make sure that you can see through your fists. That lets you know that they're nice and loosed. So open and curled is how I'll refer to it. So that's where our goal is. Now, it's hard to open your hands all the way, do your best. Where can you be? Don't worry about perfection, just do your best. And that is really where we're going to begin. From that, we are going to be doing a series of 18 essential daily movements that were developed in Shanghai, China. I actually lived in Shanghai for 2 years recently, from 2016 to 18, helping start a school there. And this is where I came across it and fell in love with Qigong. This was researched back in the 1970s, and since then there are 3 sets of 18 movements that have been shown through research around the world, mostly in Asia and Brazil, to boost mood, improve mental clarity and memory, as well as reduce pain throughout the body, because each movement was specifically designed to increase energy, improve blood flow, which is where pain stops. When we move, there is no pain. When we don't move, there is pain. That's a very ancient Chinese motto or idiom. And we want to remember every little bit of movement we do is great. So I'll pause here to see if there are any questions in the chat before I go back. We'll start the music. When we go through the flow, we're going to go through all the movements without interruption. The reason for that is we don't want to put on the brakes on our qi, on our energy, on our blood. We want it to just flow and be smooth, which calms our mind and reduces our pain. at the end, I'll answer questions again. So if there's any initial questions, I'll answer those, and then any questions at the end, I'll come back for that after we do the movements. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll share the music, and we'll be all set, ready to go. Okay. Great. Wonderful. Let's come into our space. When we do Qigong, we always want to make sure that we have just a slight pelvic tilt in the hips and our feet flat on the floor. This allows our energy to flow smoothly through our body without stagnation or blockages. If you can, sit on the edge of your chair, just so you can get those feet flat on the floor. So you see how there's an arch or a curve. We want just as much as possible a straight spine. We imagine that we have our spine is a string of pearls. And as we sit, we lengthen up. We create a separation from our hips. We reach out, imagining a small space between each vertebra. The chin is slightly tucked, so the top of the head reaches up towards the sky. And we're drawing in with our imaginations energy from the earth through our feet and from the sky through the top of our head. Our bodies are electrical chemical entities, right? So we draw in this energy to help us through our practice. The shoulders relax down. Even when we do exercises where we lift our arms, we just imagine the shoulders relaxing down. This lets blood flow to our head, which is part of that brain health that Jeremiah was talking about earlier. To begin, we want to come into center, into the moment, letting go of what happened before and what's going to come after our practice. For now, we're going to be right here. Bring your hands out, palms up. If you're in bed, your palms might be here, but if you're in a chair, let them come down. Inhale, lift them overhead. And as they come up, turn the palms down. Exhale the palms down through center. Press the fingers out and turn the palms up again. Notice the rotation. So good for the shoulders, the wrists, the elbows. So if you're able to breathe deeply, you inhale all the way up through the nose and exhale all the way down through the nose. If you're still working on your lung capacity and lung strength, just breathe gently in and out your nose. Now this time, we're going to inhale up, and at the top, we're going to bring our palms to touching. Draw them just in front of your heart. We call this the middle dantian, middle energy center of the heart. Gaze at the fingertips. Release your hands. One hand stays open. The other hand is in a loose fist to greet it. And set the intention today to feel curious and playful. It's not about perfection. It's not about doing it one way. It's about enjoying the process and the movement. Joy does more for your health and pain reduction than anything else. Bring your hands to your hips, or if that's uncomfortable for your shoulders, place them on your lap. Check your alignment, make sure your spine is straight, your feet are flat. We're going to do warming the joints of the neck. Inhale and turn your chin over one shoulder, keeping the chin slightly down as far as you're able to go, and bring your eyes back behind you as well. exhale, gently bring your head back to center. Good. Inhale, turn over the other shoulder. You might stop right here. That's okay. But if you're able, continue turning until you can't turn any further, and then bring the eyes back. Exhale, center. Watch me for a moment because you're going to lift your head up and back. So when I cue you, you're going to lift the chin up so the head doesn't fall back. All right, so we're going to do that movement next. Inhale as you lift the chin, gaze up and back. Exhale, lower the chin, bring the head back to center. And then inhale, tuck the chin this time. Really bring it in. And then gaze down. If you can, lower your head as far as possible, gazing at your navel, or if you're not flexible enough yet, at the floor. Exhale, center. We're going to repeat all 4 directions one more time. Inhale, turn your chin over the first shoulder, gaze far behind you. Exhale, center. Good. Inhale, turning the other way. Really bring your eyes to, we're massaging the optic nerve as we stretch our eyes. It's good for the lens and eye health. Exhale, center. Inhale, lift the chin, gaze up and back. Exhale, center. Here we're actually massaging the thyroid as well. Inhale, tuck the chin, gaze down at the navel. Exhale, center. Wonderful. Opening the bow. Go ahead and make those loose fists that I showed you. Hold them right at the heart. We're going to inhale, and as we inhale, first squeeze your shoulder blades back, draw the elbows back, and then open the hands as you gaze at one fist. Open the fingers and spread the thumbs now, and exhale, turn the head back to center as you gaze at the hand, bringing the palms about 6 inches apart, facing each other, thumbs face you. Curl the fingers again. We always move from the center out in Qigong, so squeeze the shoulder blades, then the elbows, gaze at the opposite fist as you open the arms and spread across the chest. You might not be this open, that's okay. Just open to as far as is comfortable. Exhale, floating the hands towards center again. Good. Nice slow movements. Inhale, open. Let the energy move gently. When we're rapid and hard and forceful, we get stagnation and blockages, and that leads to pain. If you've ever had a hard workout and you feel the pain afterward, that's part of it, is part of the blood getting stagnated and blocked. Curl the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades, elbows back, arms open, gazing at the wrist. Notice all this neck massaging we're doing. And exhale, come back to center. We're so hard on our necks, watching TV, driving, computers, it's so much. Reaching overhead. Inhale, lift the arms up. Try to keep the shoulders out of your ears. Turn the palms forward, gazing between the hands. Curl into the loose fist. Draw the shoulder blades down, then the elbows, the hands follow. Gaze at one fist as long as you can lower it. Open the fingers and thumbs again. Gaze up as you reach up again. Nice long inhale through the nose. Curl the fingers. Exhale. Draw down, gazing at the opposite fist. Release the fingers one more time each side. Reach up. Gaze up, lift the ribs off the abdomen. Feel that stretch, that's so good for your digestive system. Exhale, draw down, gazing at the first fist. Really feel the chin lower as you lower the hands. Last one, inhale up, gaze up. Palms forward, curl the fist. Shoulder blades down, elbows down, and the hands just follow. Arm circles. Fingers are together, thumbs spread wide, cross at the wrist and actually touch the wrists together. The inside of one wrist is on the back of the other. We're going to inhale, lift the arms overhead, gaze up between them. And as we exhale, we separate the hands, let them float out to our side, palms up, gaze at one palm. Float the hands all the way down. Reach forward a little, bring the hands back in front, and we inhale, lift up overhead again, gaze up. And then we separate, exhale, open the hands, float them down, gazing at the opposite palm. I want you to notice we're going from small movements to bigger, moving more muscle groups as we loosen up. Inhale, lift the ribs even. Exhale, open, gazing at the first palm as it floats down. And we still have these subtle movements, right? Turning our shoulders, rotate our cuffs, our wrists, so much going on. Inhale, up. Open, exhale, floating down. Spreading the wings. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this from a side view for a moment, and then I'll come back forward. Make sure you check your alignment, feet flat on the floor, pelvis slightly tucked, spine elongating. Bring your hands bent right at your waist. And you're going to inhale, and as you squeeze the shoulder blades back and draw the elbows back, you're going to turn and look at the back elbow. You might not see it. You might see something to the side. If your eyes are a little weak right now, they'll get stronger. Then we lift the elbow up and we bring the backs of the hands towards each other. The elbows are at shoulder height. We rotate the elbows down so the fingertips point up. And then we draw down back to start. Now, those of you with the deep breathing that you've got that mastered, the entire beginning movements will bring all the way till we turn the palms up is one long inhale. If that's hard, just do a gentle breath. So let's begin. Inhale, squeeze back, gaze back at the elbow. Continue the inhale as you bring the elbows and head forward, backs of the hands near each other. Drop the elbows, lift the fingers. Exhale, lower to start. Inhale, squeeze, turn the head to look at the elbow. Separate the shoulder blades as you bring the elbows forward. Hands up. Exhale, down. One more time each side. Inhale, gazing back, opening at the chest. This is such a good massage for all of your internal organs as we open and contract. Exhale. Inhale, squeezing back, gaze back. Lift the elbows up and forward, backs of the hands toward each other. Fingertips up and lower. Well done. Wow, you are just moving so much. And our organs really determine our health. if we make enough blood, if the blood can move, if our energy is sufficient. So that digestion, processing our food for nutrients to create blood. So these are great to massage. Side bends. You can put one hand on the hip or on your thigh, or hold onto the chair, or place it flat on the bed. This is a modification, so I'm going to show you the modification first. You would inhale, you can have your arm just here and bend to the side. You can have the palm facing to the ceiling, bend to the side. If you are able, however, we're going to do a little bit more shoulder opening. We don't want frozen shoulder, we want blood going to our head. And here's the hand position for those. You bring the back of one hand on the lower back with that palm position. The other arm reaches up and over, and the fingertips gently touch the knobby part at the top of the spine. So that's the full posture. You have the modifications, but this will be, if you're able, with the shoulder opening, because this helps open the lymph nodes, it helps open the front of the shoulder. All the modifications are beautiful because it's where your body needs you to be right now. So please do not judge and say, oh, I can't do this. It's bad. No, you can't do it because you're not ready. You need to do what you're ready to do, and that's just right. We inhale, exhale, bend to one side, gazing at the floor. Gentle breath for a moment. Now inhale back to center. If you're able, continue the inhale as you switch the arms. Exhale, bend to the other side. So you're bending towards the arm that is lower. Inhale, center. Continue to inhale as you switch your arms. Good. Beautiful, guys, really beautiful. Exhale, bend. Believe it or not, can you feel your balance here, right? As you shift your weight, your vestibular sense is balancing you. It's so beautiful. Inhale, center, and switch. Last one. Exhale. And back to center. Release. One arm puller. If you are able, come to the edge of your chair so you can bring your hands down past your thighs. If you're in bed or you need to be seated more back, you'll just bring the hand that's pointing down, you'll see in a moment, that's just going to come to the thigh. What we're going to be doing, and I'll show this first, we're going to inhale the hands to chest height. We're going to rotate one palm to face down. The other rotates forward and up, and we're going to be pressing and separating. Then we turn the palms toward each other again and bring them back to center. The palm facing down continues down. The palm facing up, we rotate forward and then up, so the thumb is facing forward. All right? Let's begin. Both palms face up. This is your lower dantian, the area behind and below the navel, so your hands are there. Inhale, hands up to the chest. Exhale, press one hand down as the other palm reaches up. Inhale, face the palms towards each other and draw them back to the chest, to the heart. And then exhale, press one palm down, the other up. Feel the stretch. You can feel it in the arms, in the neck. Inhale. You might not be able to straighten your arms. You might only be here, but you can feel it, right? You'll know, all right, that's my point where I need to stop. Inhale back to center, one more. Exhale, press. Good. Inhale, both hands back to the heart height. Both palms down. Exhale, release. Single arm pushes forward. Here it's best to be at an angle on your chair because we're going to be rotating back. If you're not able to move out on your chair, the modification will be just to keep the hand on your thigh, and you'll just press forward and turn the torso like so. And then you'll switch. You can just press that down because you need to have your elbow even if you're stuck at the back of the chair. The full posture is we have loose hands at our fists. We're going to inhale, exhale, with the palm, press one hand forward. That's that, fingers together, thumbs out. And then we turn from the waist, the shoulders and the head, and look at our back elbow. Inhale, curl that front hand, come back to center, the palm at the fist at the waist. Exhale, press the other palm forward as you rotate back, gazing at your back elbow. Curl the front fingers into a loose fist. Unwind your body. Bring it center on the inhale. Exhale, press out, turn again. This is massaging our internal organs, but it's also increasing our spinal flexibility, which is essential for brain health, mental clarity, good sleep. Exhale, press out as you turn. Gaze back. Curl the fingers and rotate center. Release. Good. I hope you can feel this chi moving. It comes across in many people as a tingling sensation in their hands, relaxed feeling like this whoosh in their body. If you're feeling tense, you might be pushing too hard. Back up a little. Don't rotate as far. Don't press as far. Keep it gentle because you should feel a light sense of joy as you do Qigong. When we stand at this point, we do what are called hip circles. I'm going to invite people who want to hold on to the chair for support to join me in that, but we're going to do a modification. Actually, I'm not going to do that. We'll stand later. We're going to do two modifications. If you feel that you've got a relatively stable core and you can rotate the upper body, we'll do that in a moment. But for people where you feel you're not so secure, I want you to create loose fists and pat all along your hips and groin, really firmly tapping. This increases blood flow to the area, which is what we're doing when we do our circles. All right, so that's the modification. If you're able, place your fingers in front, thumbs in back. We're going to be making circles over our hips with our torso, which massages the hips. Gentle breath throughout, in and out the nose. We come forward, move to the side, come back. Don't compress the back, just come back enough to feel that rotation over the hips. We'll do this 3 more times this direction. Breathe gently. 2 more. 1 more. Good, looks good, you guys. As you come center now, we're going to go the other way. To the side, back, side, and front. The head is stable. Don't let the chin flop back. You're keeping the chin centered over the chest. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Reaching up and folding forward. I find when you're in a chair, there's a couple ways. You can put your legs out in front of you if you'd like for the forward fold, just to get a little bit more stretch. If that's uncomfortable, it's perfectly fine to keep the feet solid, knees bent. For this one, we're going to do those arms, circle arms again. So crossing at the wrist, I'll demonstrate one so you can see it because it's hard to watch when you're folded. You're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead, and we separate the arms again. We exhale and we fold over our legs, bringing the hands to the floor. Hang heavy, let the head hang. If this is too much, you can bring your hands just to your thighs, that's fine. But if you're on the floor, cross at the wrist again. You're going to inhale the hands overhead again and exhale them to the side, all right? So we're gonna do that 2 times. We'll do 2 of these forward folds. I am gonna have my legs out to demonstrate that. You have about 6 inches between the feet, toes are pointed straight. Remember, don't arch the back, that nice spine. Let's begin. Crossing at the wrists, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, open the arms as you fold over the legs. Bring the hands to the floor by your feet or wherever you can reach. Breathe gently. This is so amazing for the lower back. Cross at the wrists. Inhale, arms overhead again. Exhale, float them out and down. One more time. Bring the other wrist on top this time. It's good to change it up. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, open, fold forward. Hang heavy. Cross the wrists, strong hands. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float the arms down. Good. In the standing sequence, we do standing in bow pose, which really focuses on our hip flexors, but seated, that's rather tricky. So we're gonna do 2 things. We're gonna do gentle patting of the groin and the inside of the thighs, all the way out to the hips. So we'll just do a little patting here for a moment, generating that blood flow to the area, clearing, helping the lymph nodes here drain, helps remove toxins. And just pat on the outside of the hips a moment. Release. That patting is amazing to do whenever you can during the day. It's so great. So for our upper body, we're going to do bow pose, drawing a bow to shoot an arrow. Hands are at loose fists by your side. Bring them up to the chest now and turn the waist, only the waist, keep the hips forward, out and look at one side. Reach the hand up, thumbs stretched wide, shoulders are down and relaxed. Turn the head and gaze past the fingers. Draw back with the other arm. Squeeze the shoulder blade back. Breathe gently. Imagine seeing as far as you're able. Bring the hands back to chest height, palms down, and then press the hands out and down to the side till you feel the stretch in your arms. Bring the hands up and fist at the chest again. Turn at the hips, at the waist above the hips. Reach the opposite hand out. Draw the other arm back from the shoulder blade, then the elbow. Imagine seeing as far as you can possibly see. Relax your vision. Release. Bring the palms down back at center and press down. Good. We're going to do another forward fold, double hands reaching down. And again, modifications are, we're going to interlace the fingers and cross at the thumbs. We're going to inhale, draw the hands up and rotate the palms up. This might be really difficult interlacing the fingers, so you can just keep the fingers separate if you need and make a diamond shape with your hands. For some people, that's much easier. You could also go back to that arm circle hands if that worked for you. Get your position. Feet are together for this one. We're going to work a little bit more on the balance within our sits bones, sending messages to the brain, into our cerebellum. Interlace your fingers, cross the thumbs. Inhale, lift the hands up at heart height. Turn the palms forward and then up and gaze up. Exhale, hinge at the hips as you fold forward. Reach, 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 reach as far as you can. And then just let go. Hang. Inhale, draw the fingers up the insides of your legs, massaging some important channels of energy, and roll your shoulders down. One more time. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Release the hands. Inhale, float the hands up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Good. Now we would do knee circles, standing knee circles. So we're going to need to generate some energy in our knees. And first we'll do massage, and then we'll do some patting. I'm going to get you started with massage, and then I'm going to let somebody in that I see needs to come in, and then I'll come back. So bring the hands down on the inside to the outside around the knee. Don't go over the knee, and then up and over. So just continue massage. Oh, good, someone's in. Continue massaging the knees. This is also so great to do if you're ever just watching a movie or taking a break at work, if you're on your computer. This helps your kidneys. The kidneys are associated with the knees and lower back, as well as all the bones. So if you have knee pain or lower back pain, this can help that as well, because it nourishes the kidney energy. We'll do a few more here. And you always want to go this direction, so down and around and up. We'll do one more. And now, with an open palm, we're going to hit our knees very firmly. You're going to want to hear it 8 times each knee. Now the other side. Good. Shifting the weight from side to side. You're going to want to spread your legs wide and come to the edge of your seat if you're able, but at the very least spread your legs pretty wide, because we're going to be shifting our weight and turning at the waist. So hands are on your hips if you're able. If not, you can place them on the thighs. Fingers in front, thumbs in back. Shift your weight, really feel it on one hip bone. The other will lift slightly. Keep the feet flat on the floor. Turn over the side where you've shifted your weight. Lower back to center so you're even on the bones. Turn back to center. Shift your weight to the other side. Turn. Shift the weight back. Come back to center. We're giving a nice massage for the pelvis here, for the bone, getting the blood to flow. So shift, turn, shift the weight back, come back to center, and then again shift the weight, turn, come back, and center. It seems very simple. When we stand, we're really shifting our whole weight, working on balance, but even just shifting in a chair, you're really massaging and stimulating points that move your energy and blood. At this point, we do a deep knee squat. And the goal is to really work on our balance, but it's also compression of the hips, releasing tension in the lower back. So we're going to do leg lifts, pulling our legs in as tightly as you can. You might be here today as you're working on some strength in your thighs, your hip flexors, but ultimately we really want, you'll interlace your fingers, Pull the knee as much as you can. Keep the other foot nice and flat, spine is straight. Compress, really get the compression, and then release. If you're on the bed, it would look like this. So your legs out flat, put the foot flat on the bed, and draw the heel close towards your hip. All right, so let's go ahead and do our chair version. Inhale, exhale, draw in, spine straight, pull in. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the other leg and draw in. Inhale, lower one more time each leg. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Everything's smooth and controlled. It might be jerky right now, but you'll get there. It just takes some time to build up that familiarity and strength. Good. Holding the knee. Now, this is a lot of brain work. We talk about brain health, and doing things that are a little unusual and different is good for our brains. I'm going to give you a lot of cues. I'm going to have you watch first. But this is so good to release tension in the lower back, to help us really coordinate movement between both sides of our body. So it's really powerful. We're going to have those nice strong fingers together, thumbs separate. You're going to point one hand towards the opposite knee. The other hand is going to point towards the earth, and we're going to fold forward and hang heavy. Then we're going to lift the torso up, and as we come up, the lower hand's going to come overhead, and then we press the palms away from each other. All right? So we'll do that 2 times each side, and I'll give you the cues on where everything should point. You can see why it's called holding the knee. We don't really hold it. The idea is to hold that energy. Begin. Bring one hand pointing towards the opposite knee. The other finger points towards the earth. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Hang heavy for a moment as you exhale. Inhale, lift the torso. The lower hand comes up to the sky. Turn that palm to the ceiling and exhale, press away. The hand that's low pointed to the earth. The upper hand comes towards the knee as you fold forward. You don't touch the earth, you're just pointing towards it as you fold. Let's just do a gentle breath here. We'll do a gentle breath throughout. Lift the torso up, the lower hand comes up. Turn that palm to the ceiling and press away. Good. The lower hand points to the earth. The upper hand comes to hold the knee as we fold forward. Feel the opening in the hips, in the back, in the head, the neck. Lift up, the lower hand comes to the sky. Press the palms away from each other. Good. Point the lower hand to the earth. Fold forward, bring the upper hand to the knee. Hang heavy and breathe. Lift the torso and the lower hand comes up, and press the hands away from each other and release. All right. If you are able to stand, we're going to do a couple postures where we're holding on to the chair. We really want to work on awareness of our body in space and on our feet. If you're not there yet, what you're going to do as we move is I'll give you some modifications for as we raise our arms and knee, you'll still do that, right? So you'll notice that we're going to raise our arms, lift our kind of back, lift our toes, and then when we lower the arms, you'll raise your knee with us. So you'll just do the same thing from a seated position. Okay, but if you're able, take a moment and come to the back of your chair. And we're going to be moving to both sides, so make sure you've got some room behind. And we're going to do kind of a walking posture at the end as well. Hold on to the side of your chair. This is actually called balancing pose. I'd like you to just use your hand for minimal support. If you need it for a lot, that's okay. But I would like you to use your eyes to really help you, your eyes and your toes. When you gaze at a point on the floor or in the distance, your balance is much stronger. So try and use that as your balance cue. With the leg that's towards the chair, take a small step forward, lift the back heel. And we're going to lift the arm up as we do that, all right? Then we're going to lower the arm and bring the back knee up. Good. Inhale, lift the arm up and step back to the toe. Exhale, put the heel down and bring the feet side by side as the palm comes down. We'll do one more time, the same side. Remember, step with the leg by the chair. Step, inhale, lift the arm. Exhale, lower the arm, lift the knee. If you want, you can give a little nice lift higher if your balance is strong. Inhale, lift the arm, step back. Exhale, bring the feet side by side. Well done. Come to the other side of your chair. I think I have to scooch my chair over a little. I'm too close to my plants. Remember, we're moving the leg closest to the chair. Step forward as you inhale and lift the arm. Exhale, lower the arm, bring the leg up, lengthen the spine, feel your balance. Inhale, lift the arm up, step back. Exhale, lower the heel, step the feet side by side, palm down. One more time. Small step forward as you inhale and raise the arm. Exhale, lower the arm, lift the knee. If you brought it up higher on the other side, see if you can here as well. Exhale, step back and bring the feet side by side. This next posture is called walking on the mountain, and we'll do a modification holding on to the chair, and we'll do each side. This time I want you to step forward with the foot on the outside. If you are seated, you're going to just follow us for the heel lifts and toe lifts from your chair, from the seated position. Same thing in bed, but it will look like you're pointing and flexing when you're in bed. All right, that's what you'll do. You're going to step forward onto the heel of one foot. Lower that toe and lift the back heel. Shift the weight back. Really feel your feet. Notice them in the earth, lifting the front toe. Now at this point, when we're free from the chair, we would put all of the weight on the front foot and step forward, but we're just going to lift the back knee up. Feel that balance here. You can play around if you're getting stronger, just, do you need the chair? But then we're going to step back, shift the weight to the back heel, lift the front toe, lower the front toe, lift the back heel, lower the back heel, lift that front leg up. If you're working on balance, lift it high. If you're struggling, just keep it low. Bring the feet side by side. Cool. Come to the other side of your chair and we'll do the second side. Remember, step with the foot on the outside. Bring your fingertips in front, thumbs in back. Step forward onto the heel. Lower the toes, lift the back heel. We're giving a nice massage to the joints in our toes. We're also activating energy points in our feet. Lower the front toes, lift that back leg up. Really feel the balance on the front foot. Step back to the toe. Lower the heel, lift the front toes. Lower the front toes, lift the back heel. Lower the back heel, lift that front leg up and bring the feet side by side. Let's have a seat to close our practice. Okay, great. We're going to bring our palms out and up. They're facing up, thumbs are back. Inhale, the arms overhead. Exhale down through center. We'll do this one more time. Consolidating all of the good work you've done. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time, bring one palm onto the navel and pointing down, and the other hand on top of it. Really touch. Close your eyes, bring your feet side by side, and just breathe gently. Noticing how your body feels now compared to when you started. How's your mind? What do you notice? There's no right or wrong, just being present. Take one more deep breath. Release your hands. And thank you so much for joining me. Your energy for the community, for each other and yourself is beautiful.